Back in 2003, at the end of what I hope was a reasonably interesting English lesson, I asked for some help from students because I had a letter in my pocket which had come from Kenya via my daughter who went there on a gap year project, asking for some help. It was a school that's in a very, very poor part of Western Kenya, very close to Uganda. And we had a chat at the end of the lesson, and the students literally emptied their pockets, had some money, and we started very naively what would become a very steep learning curve and would develop into the Kenya Community Education Project.
I got involved with the Kenya project probably about 10 years ago when Pat and some of the other learners had returned from Kenya and they were looking for more students to get involved in the fundraising activities. At the time I was delivering the Welsh Baccalaureate course, and as part of that we had to do some sort of community participation. My learners were very keen to get involved in fundraising, and we did lots of things at that time which helped support the project.
When I look back, it's amazing what we've achieved with the students of the college. It's about helping people in the developing world who are trapped in a cycle of poverty. And without education, these children have got very little hope of getting out of this cycle of poverty, which means that basically, come 11 years old, they are probably going to be reduced to much the same kind of state as their parents, just hanging around and perhaps doing some work in the village if they can find it.
I never thought I'd have what I now consider to be my adopted son in Kenya. Through sponsoring Eric Omondi in Kenya. He was one of the poorest children in the village, but one of the brightest. At the primary school, he was said to be one of the brightest learners they had there, but he would never have been able to go to high school. So I'm proud to have been involved in the project and helped him get through his high school education. He is now in university in his third year studying aviation management, and I really do hope one day that he'll be able to come over here and we'll be able to meet at some stage.
What we have managed to achieve is a number of things, and I'm very pleased to say that we've got now a feeding programme which we're very proud of. It's very challenging. We have to finance a midday meal for over 130 of the poorest children, but without that help they would actually end up probably leaving school at lunchtime and looking for food and not coming back to be taught, and the teachers are really concerned about this. So with student fundraising this end, we've managed to keep that programme going since 2006. It's an ongoing commitment. We have brought water to the school, we've brought electricity to some of the classrooms via some support networks here in Swansea. Our most recent achievement to date is the building of a library. The school had no books, and we have taken over well over 1,000 books in our trips since 2006, and they're now housed for the very first time since November 2015 in a brand new building. Our students get a chance to go out every 2 years, and although it's a cliche, it is true that some of them have had life-changing experiences as a result, that they've changed their degree courses here in the UK, and some of them are now involved in the development sector themselves, and that's something I think that we as a college can be proud of too. You know, we're passing on something special to young people here as well. They have the Welsh flag, they know about our Welsh language, and they are so grateful for the link that we have with them. Thank you very much for your time.